Man, I haven't done this in a while. Okay. So, recipe for turnabout. So, this is gonna be a shorter stream. I don't even think we're gonna get through all of this trial. Maybe we will. First days. Well, length varies generally. Alright. Recipe for turnabout. January 7th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie. Ah, I thought that was a safe guess. Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing all right? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Oh, don't let them get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. Oh. Smashes Maggie and Gumshoe figures together. No. And you? Yes? Oh, you'd better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? Oh, if you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. And he's incompetent enough, I can believe he'd do something illegal like that. Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right? Yup. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. Well, I've got the situation under control. You know, when you're talking back to back, it sounds like you two really are alike. Well, I'm going to be the first witness on the stand today. Something I say doesn't mesh with the facts. Make sure you point it out, all right? I don't know, witty law comment here. I mean, I'm getting pretty deep into these streams, so about to run out. Hey, Captain. Sure. Shooting is illegal in the state affair. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? There is no state affair, fortunately, so everything is okay. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? Maya, why would you say that? That hello really looked like you needed help. Hey, Donnie. I hope you're okay. Not figure I was just keyboard doing keyboard things. Assuming a comment about sleeping and I'm not going to open myself up to an Uno reverse. Now, this is going to be a short stream, so I can still get most of my sleep in general. But I'm actually doing pretty good. I've been really bitching out and just going to bed super early, which, on one hand, kills me inside that I've already reached that point of decrepitude, past being a young person anymore to do that. But also, it is nice not to be really exhausted when you're working. Anyways, I left us here on Maya cursing us. I think it was off by a key. I feel like going to bed at 9:30. I can only wish. January 7th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. So yes, the whole point of this first day is we need to figure out the rest of this case going on that the fake Phoenix Heopo, however it is, but I should end up caving and started listening to the last argument of Kings. Oh, you're just going to finish it already. goddamn Godot, right? I gave him the bad French accent. Well, it's my best attempt at a French accent, so it's horrible. What is our session for the trial of Maggie Bird? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, let's get it started. Ah, bitte. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You might use 20 minutes, so that's 40 minutes per day, plus a little before sleep. That's nice and steady progress to make that way. I don't know, I've never been into audiobooking. And I've just been using the music for a while, but I don't know. It's not horrible, it's decent. I feel like you two have very low standards, but I appreciate it. What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just whatever I addressed you in the previous trial. Your response was...
How do I do this? Okay.
You was talking to me? It was a little, well, intimidating.
No. That wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. Oh, it's Zinniop. That's right. It's so much easier when you can actually read it backwards.
I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he?
Our trusty?
So, Mr. Godot, the opening statement, please.
Mr. Wright, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. Fuck. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna pause on this line. Because this is just fair. Like, I feel like Phoenix just has to take this on the chin. Because sometimes when the prosecutors clap at him, like, this is just, you know, it's a decent statement to throw against him. Now, admittedly, as prosecutors go, Godot's probably one of the most questionable ones, but we'll find out about that eventually. Yeah, that's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me, for some reason or another.
As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial, nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial.
I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me.
Now then, Mr. Godot, please, summon your first witness.
Oh, Gumshoe does not look happy. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation?
Witness, take your name for the court.
Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. It's a basic enough joke, but the fact that Gumshoe would be flustered enough to make even this simple mistake. Other way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case now. Yeah, well, let's go with that and not that we didn't want to draw another detective. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. So, I don't remember if I pointed this out last time, but I don't think it was until replaying it just this time, that I realized the name pun with Glen Elgear is just that they palindrome the name there. I mean, not with the N, obviously, but the rest of it. The Glen Elg. Which, I mean, they pointed out with you when they have Maya start doing the fake Phoenix, and she says your name backwards, but, you know. Dumb baby, not actually a baby, teenage Chris just never put two and two together. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Incorporated, a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
Court accepts this into evidence.
Glenn's autopsy report added to the court record. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. Alright. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Classic. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
The waitress being the accused?
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were two other people in the restaurant. Now, are we sure that it was because the coffee was poisoned? Because for some people, that's just how they react to drinking coffee in general. Okay, bad joke. Moving on. I, for the record, actually quite like coffee. I'm more a fan of coffee-derived things, like coffee-flavored things or coffee drinks, than just regular coffee. But I drink coffee way more often than, say, tea and other energy drinks. Coffee is poison. I mean, yes, but I've accepted it into my life as part of me. I was doomed ever since I was a little kid. I would drink coffee milk, indoctrinate from a young age. By the time of the incident, I think I already read this, but I'll do it again anyways. There were two other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner, chef, and a really unfortunate stereotype. And a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo, who is also an unfortunate stereotype, and Jesus Christ, this case sucks ass. Coffee with an ice cream flavor, that is all. I do really like coffee ice cream.
That all seems to be a very straightforward case to me.
Très bien, floor plans added to the court record. My sister nearly killed me. I gave my youngest niece some Dr. Pepper. I was indoctrinated to the Dr. Pepper cult, so I get it. Oh, the timing of that. Those popped up like within like a second or two of each other. Oh, pretty good. And blueprints of crime say X is the victim, see it. Okay. Come, detective, take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own two hands. Jinx, you owe me a Coke, Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna make no progress in this case because of this. So, with the fair in town, there's a lot of like country folks, right? Because they'll bring show animals or stuff like that. So you'll get people from more like middle and Southern America. And I know when they're asking for a Coke, what they really mean is a soda. But it's a Pepsi place. And every time I think what they are actually asking me is, can they have a Coca-Cola instead of a Pepsi? And it's like, oh no, you mean a soda. I'm sorry.
It's just I don't really want to have the constant debate of you don't have any Coca-Cola products. No, because most places will buy out for one of them because that's how these franchises work, and it sucks, and I hate it. You know, purpose we could have went and do it to mess with people. You know, even getting that vibe from people it will still get me every time. I don't know why too, because it has to be intentional because you can see it looking you right in the face. Be clear on your request if you drink will be cocaine water. Ah, that should be the right way to do that. Now, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir.
So, let's try to at least get through Gumshoe.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive.
Oh, good old chat still mark. Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. Oh, now I'm thinking about the fact that how poisson is. No, never mind. Godot, stop approving of poison coughing.
The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but...
Yes?
Please, no intimidation checks this time around. Is that understood?
I already told you. That wasn't me. I don't know, Phoenix. You can be kind of intimidating to the poor judge.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir.
Can I stop you for just a minute?
Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said. And I...
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Damn, an objection count too. Nice. Hey. Sadly, a testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, it's true. The two testimonies tie up on that. They both said that there was no other guy at that table. At the table.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Can I get hurt by this? I should be fine, right? Didn't say anything about... Well, we'll come back to it later. No, I should leave it alone. I've got a bad feeling about where this is going.
If you've got a bad feeling about this, then maybe you should leave it alone. I once had a bad feeling that I was about to have a bad feeling. It was really bad.
Maybe I should move on to another part of his testimony.
We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time.
He was listening to his radio, you say?
Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Is this going to be every single goddamn one of these? No, bad feeling. Okay, same. Oh, apologies.
Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup.
So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else?
Not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid?
Or was it a powder? Or if I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Okay. We have a double. That was the objection. And he got a new coffee. Coffee count to 32. Ah, do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Wright? Ah, the victim took his coffee black with no sugar. Ugh.
But say that the poison could only have been in the coffee.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Leave it. No. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? Well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much and you're history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. Unless, of course, you encounter Askin Laknova, who... No, okay, I can't. Even in a regular voice, I wouldn't want to subject people to that. 0.2 grams? How much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of.
Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere.
Oh, wow, okay. It looks like that is the one I don't need to go back to so far. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive. Some kind of a motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. Gumshoe, he's... whatever. Gumshoe's never been the most subtle man. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. Gulp. So stick to the facts, Detective. And now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. She was... They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. $1 million. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Leave it for now. No, I should leave it alone. Bad feeling, yeah. You really think there are any contradictions in this testimony? To be honest, I don't know. But Gumshoe told us out in the lobby. He said we'd be forming a united front, right? How will we win the case if he doesn't throw us a line? I don't have a whole lot of options right now. Best I can do is gather the facts together, I guess. Alright, so we need to go back to 1, 2, 3, and 5. Stop before minute, context evidence, other man. He object. Why do I do this to myself? I mean, I guess my objection counter is just for if I'm repeating them. God damn it, I hate when I do this to myself. Whatever. Okay, press harder. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Ah, that argument is as weak as the coffee at Très tried. Really need to set our definition of what counts next time. I know, right? I think the other problem we've had is there's been occasionally like an objection or two where it's like it's come up as a word, but they haven't done the line for it. Do we count duplicates? Do we not count duplicates? Ah. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? It's more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population the defendant. Defendant? This is a photo taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the... Oh, wait, no, that's the judge.
This is the scene as witnessed by the chef. Moments after the poisoning took place, correct?
I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. Oh, Mr. Wright, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Sounds like a problem for future us. Just looking at Ren Fair tickets and going, I want to go, and talking myself out of it like I always do in Pseudofall. Ah. Is that like this weekend? Is the weather as nice over there as it is over here? Because I remember looking at the week and it's like all like lower 80s. Which is like 27 to 28 for those who are stuck in Celsius. It's so good. Oh, that always makes it tempting, isn't it? Oh, Mr. Wright, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
Eric, the suddenly seemed to show the victim's table extremely clearly.
But the prices skyrocketed. Oh, that's unfortunate. Not surprising with how things have been, but unfortunate. When I'm usually doing Phoenix Wright, I'll make myself a tea. This is not going to go long enough. I want to go right to bed afterwards. So I'm instead just doing water, but oof. I think I read this too, right?
The suddenly seemed to show the victim's table extremely clearly.
Crime photo added to the court record. Okay, we definitely had to do that one. Yeah, we understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Okay, we'll look at the photo here. Alright, we'll press harder. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. Now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it?
Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
Traces of poison were found. Yeah, I already got that one. Okay. Was a powdery substance. Another objection. Oh god, and another coffee too. Oh, this is the worst of both counters. I'm artificially inflating both numbers. Oh, oh, oh. How I didn't just mess it up just now? Let's see. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay. Oh wait, no, yeah. Okay, press harder. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any? Okay, let's read this like an actual human being would say this sentence. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. What proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? $40 per adult with an $18 rest area pass. Daily feast option is $86. Is that in addition? Or is that like the ticket that includes regular admission and also the... Oh, boy. I mean, God, prices have gone up a lot for a lot of stuff, but oh boy. Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? How do I? Oh, hey, you're right. Oh, God, that was awful. Whatever. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What? What piece was it again? This. Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim.
Well, yes, that's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter that the waitress brought to him. Like this. Calm down, Godot. Sir, you are already on your 4th cup of coffee. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Coffee cup added to the court record. The coffee contained potassium cyanide, covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. We need to do 4, and we need to do this one. Which means we get another objection. So we double up on all these objections. Okay. I should have just done all these the first time. Sometimes you end up losing out if you do things early. That was my bad. How was I supposed to know? Oh, snap. Cheap viewers. I think that looked like it was that one. Oh, wait, no, I already, yeah. Alright, press harder. House has been a half hour already and we're still on the first one. Okay. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Ah, I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. Where are all the expensive viewers? I know, right?
That's the $500,000 lottery ticket?
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What?
Border.
Ah, she's quite a lucky bird, oh little waitress.
You will submit that ticket as evidence in the court immediately.
Better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. Victim's lottery ticket added to the court record. Running ticket for $500,000 found during a body search of Maggie.
This ticket was presented to the court at the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say?
It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. That's on Maggie's person, unfortunately.
That's enough. Facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which he is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime.
I like an old man who knows this goal.
There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules.
Come on, Judge. I don't think you would make nothing. My man. Take a look at this guy. He is the bastion of the law that has to make sure people are guilty or innocent. And he's like, oh, $500,000 though. I mean, Mr. Judge might commit a crime or two for $500,000. Oh, man. I guess good on him being honest about it in its own way, but I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. Godot, you need to slow down this coffee, bro. Oh, I guess one of them ended up on Phoenix's head. With one final, decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Miss Baird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? Ah, it seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more.
Something else? I presume you're wearing.
Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket. Bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What?
Order! Court will accept these items into evidence.
So, this is looking pretty bad for Maggie so far. But I mean, we've been in technically worse positions, maybe? Apron, worn by Maggie at the time of the incident, has a small pocket, but big stains. Potassium cyanide added to the court record. A deadly, powdery poison bears Maggie's fingerprints found in her apron pocket.
There's something still bothering me, Mr. Goodell. Why have you not explained the blood?
Why have you not explained?
Yeah, why have you not explained the blood stain to the court?
A blood stain? What blood stain would that be?
Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-covered stain that spilled all over the apron.
That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain. You don't need to be told. Just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day.
You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe.
Will they stunt like that again? I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh. I don't even mind ketchup used in the right way. But the idea of drinking like a cup of ketchup is bad enough. 17? That's horrifying. And I thought everyone knew what it was already. You don't drink ketchup. If you try hard enough, you probably can. Oh, you endure it. That's fair. Uh, yeah. I only really use ketchup on like fries or like on like a fast food burger because like I mean a fast food burger you already have low standards, right?
Hmm. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence, they've all been clearly established.
Well, Wright, it seems you really are a phony after all. Did we? Man, they just breezed right through that. In the second case, did they explain the thing happening with Godot? Is that just meant to be a subtle clue for later when it comes up again? Okay. I can't remember because it's been so long since I even did the second case of this. I don't think it did. Did it? Maybe it did. Whatever, it comes up later. I know it's important, so. It seems you really are a phony after all.
You really know how to drive a man nuts. But yes, we'll continue with your testimony. Describe to the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.
The investigation. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Oh man, look at Maggie just passed out. She passed out in a very, like, okay. This looks very, like, fake actress pass out to me. Ah, I've fallen unconscious from the trauma of what I've seen. Bonk. Ah. I don't know. I mean, there's only so ways you could do it though, and you want a drawing to actually be aesthetically okay. So I guess it'd be weird to look more realistic in that case. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Okay, well, we know what we can do there.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
A last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, right? Alright, gotta get ready to get ready. Gotta get ready for bed at night, y'all. Yep, night, Donnie. I think I can just about get through the next Gumshoe one. I don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. The investigation. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe? There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, well, he's talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss.
What took you so long?
Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds.
Seeds.
Huh? It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. But you would have liked to have carried out the search, too. Phoenix! Phoenix, come on. One, it would have probably been a female one anyways. They even mentioned it earlier. But two, you know that Gumshoe likes her, but he's not gonna be pervy. Don't be mean to Gumshoe. Although, Gumshoe's not helping himself here. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that. Oh, pretty and peaceful and unconscious from a traumatic sight. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? The victim didn't have any identification on him. He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. Gumshoe, don't lie. We all know you wish you could have 58 cents. I'm sorry.
The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man.
Or some kind of outlaw? Will that give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Well, we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's... Actually, you know what? The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glen Eyre visited his doctor before he went to trivia. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court.
What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Prescription bag about his health insurance? I'm gonna ask about his health insurance, because I assume prescription bag is what we actually need to ask about. So, the victim had no form of identification on him, correct? Yeah. And yet, before arriving at the restaurant, he went to see a doctor. Oh, right. Which means he must have had his medical insurance card with him. Right. Okay. I mean, that's the case other places too. But I think like it's an even bigger deal that you have your card specifically with you. Okay.
Oh, that is very true.
The fact that it hasn't been found points to only one obvious conclusion. The victim's medical card was stolen. Ah, true. The victim didn't have a medical insurance card. But why? Because Mr. Glenelg didn't have medical insurance to begin with. Huh?
Hmm, as I thought. No, thoroughly miserable young man.
I just... Oh boy. Let's, not unpack these statements right now. Or ever, really. Or some kind of alcohol. A bit of an edge never hurt anyone. Looks like we're off course again, Nick.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Explain for the court of events following the preliminary investigation.
When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket?
Hey, yeah, you've nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Also, Gumshoe, I feel like you don't have the same shoe size as your boss. So you were probably like,
Man, why are these shoes really tight and uncomfortable all of a sudden? I'm sure it's nothing. Sorry.
so tried. Someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Can you back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to, if I had any.
I suppose you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness.
And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day?
Oh, yeah. The one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh?
They're just going to let him get away with it?
But it was just $1, detective.
I guess no one cares when it's that little. Except for Gumshoe. I mean... You're not supposed to steal anything. Is there like a $5 limit on petty larceny? I think grand larceny might vary by state. I think here in Maryland it's 1,000 is when it tips over into that. I mean, it's probably different over there anyhow. I care. That's half a McChicken. Because no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in his testimony, you're just going to hand down his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Oh, come on, Phoenix. Your glass house is gonna crumble around you if you call them that. Only hope is that they were so dumb, they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe. Be the dumbest you've ever been. That's kind of funny, though. Which one was the one that gave me... I think it was this one, wasn't it? Okay. I just got the prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, The bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty? Victim's prescription bag added to the court record. The victim got this from the doctor. Yeah, victim got this from the doctor before going to Trebien. The bag is empty. Ah. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate, are you tried? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective?
When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. That was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
Okay. So originally I thought it was going to be not this one. The sports paper. But I guess I thought it was going to be the sports paper because it wasn't there. It was like hidden away. But the restaurant itself is still a crime scene, so I think actually it's this new thing. Like, where's his prescription? Yeah, okay. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony.
Oh, finally. I'm getting all anxious just waiting. So hurry up, will you?
You testified that.
Nothing else was missing from the crime scene.
However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to Trebien. Where then did the medicine disappear to?
Yeah, you are too cool, pal.
Oh, that was kind of cute.
But indeed, due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh?
The victim was killed by poison. The victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself.
Order. Well, Mr. Goodell, what do you have to say to that?
Ah, is that all? What? Read for the court man. Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic. Oh no. That must not be how you pronounce that. Otolaryngological. Wow, someone love that too. Because, I mean, obviously, don't just. Oh no, that part's simple enough. Malaran is just like a throat thing, right? Because it's an ear and throat doctor. Not that weird. Otolaryngological? No, I'm slurring it by doing it that way. Because you don't fully pronounce it when it's like that. Otolaryngological? Oh, that's close enough.
Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Goodell?
Hardly an illness, Your Honor. Physics. More like a bitter war wound, you could say.
A war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum?
Now what on earth was the prescription he was given?
It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. Oh, what?
It's mentioned in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print, as they found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear.
Yes, here it is. But very, very fine print.
It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Trebian. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication.
But seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
No.
Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over.
She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? I mean, it's still missing, though. Like, the fundamental contradiction I objected to is still there, right? Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Trebian. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime?
But the medication requested was for topical use inside the ear canal.
That doesn't change the fact it could not be found at the crime scene. Okay, good. This is actually what I was expecting. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Arg. We hit triple digits. Objection 100.
That's enough. Mr. Godot. Mr. Detective, the only witness the prosecution wishes to call. Mr. Godot?
I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. That's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder.
Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater.
Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial. But that is something that bothers me.
Yay! Good job, Nick.
The court will now adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness.
Ah, I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups.
Court is adjourned for recess.
You did not drink that much coffee, Godot. January 7th, 11:03 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Do I stop here? Or do I get back into the courtroom? I think... because this will lead into the courtroom, right? Well, but maybe I should take care of like a couple minutes of that. Yeah, well, let's get through this little scene first.
Phew, that was close.
Tell me about it. Nearly died in there.
That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit.
Please. Please. Please, Maya. Maggie. Don't speak back to back.
Looks like we all nearly died in there.
What the fuck did I just ask?
I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up.
I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right?
It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. Felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach.
Aww.
I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. It's really sad when you've watched enough subbed anime and you know something is Japanese in origin, you see hate, and I can just hear she's really saying Daikurai. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits, when someone can fill them out on top, and projectile seeds. I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. You going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. It's a shame I don't have some giant baps to distract him, but I'll have to make do. January 7th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird.
Okay. I'm not gonna deal with that old man tonight. Let's save. But hey, I know it was short. And who knows, maybe the old man crumbles quickly. But it's already been an hour. Yes, progress. Minimal though it was. This was fun. Got to talk about a couple things too. And hey, we got through the first part with Gumshoe. Which, I will say, so usually in the beginning of a case when you do the whole thing with Gumshoe, you don't really get much new stuff. You'll get like 1 or 2 things officially. One of the rare advantages of this stupid case's setup being that you're going back and trying to fix what a fake Phoenix, the case he lost for you, is that actually was a very informative Gumshoe one. That was nice. But yeah, I'll wrap it up. Then go to bed. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good night, everyone.